All right. I think I am live. Clay Slatton, what's up? I see you snuck on in here. What's going on, man? Let me go ahead and. I think notifications go out when I schedule it like this. Yep, I'm about to do arena myself. Let me try to get this going so I could get it done pretty quickly here. Yeah, that's all I'm going for as well. Just milestones. Sending it out to a few places as usual. Get this done as fast as possible. Okay, well, this time it actually sent it out to. Let me see, did it? Yeah, guess it did send it out to Twitter. So all that's left, send it out to a few groups. Be done in a minute. There's got to be a better way to do this. All right, I may have missed a few groups, but whatever. Yeah, I saw. So when I schedule it, it sends out a notification, I guess. So that's good. Mac Phoenix, what's up? Yeah, I don't want any of the champions either, so I'm just going to be hitting milestones. Let's see, it's telling me that stream health is not too good. I'm going to put on performance mode, see if that helps any. Hopefully, it'll clear up. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started. You guys can see what I got in each of the arenas. So I am on target. I should have all the milestones in the 5-star featured by the end of the second day. And then I can focus on the other arenas. And I'm running full suicide, so shouldn't take me too long here. Willis, what's up? Keith, win it. I see you, bro. Just relaxing, doing a little arena. Got to do it right now. I actually delayed a little bit so that, okay, what in the world? I'm just getting tagged all over the place. I hate when the AI does that. It goes into that mode where as soon as you attack, it attacks before you can do anything. As soon as you let up off that block, it's attacking. Very annoying. But after I get my 5 stars on cooldown, I'll probably still do my 550s, 440s. And then do the 550s and the 440s again, and maybe again. And then one more time for my 5 stars. And we'll probably, if we're not at the milestones, we'll be close. But I expect to have all of them by tomorrow, for sure. Keith, you gonna get that domino? I already have her. I went for her when she was featured, so got her duped and everything. And I already have Punisher 2099 as well as a 5 star and duped. Not that I would have gone for him if I didn't. Man, I hate this. Why not just have the next one that I have available instead of defaulting hard-coded, it seems like, to the highest one that I have? It wouldn't take them that much. If the highest one is available, okay, pop that up. If it's not available and there's another one available, pop that one up. I don't see what the problem is, but whatever. Jocko, what is up? Welcome to the stream. We're just hanging out. Doing a little arena. Clay, my sister is getting her hair did. That's where she is. She's at the hairdresser. I think her appointment was a few hours ago, so she should be coming back. I think she might go shopping after she gets the hair done and then come home. So, but she's not home at the moment, but she can show up at any time. Keith Winner says, I love when the AI does a special through my block, hits me with a 5-hit combo and another special, and there is never a gap to block or counter. Isn't that special? Wish I could do that. Used to be, anytime you saw the AI do something, you try it, you could do it too. You know, minus certain things where it's just a reaction time that you're not going to have as a human. You know, if they're recovering too fast, there's not a whole lot you can do. So you don't have him duped, Keith? Are you going for him then? Clay Slatton, the battle chips are helping my account. I'll bet. See, I do arena. That's where I get all of my resources. Well, most of my resources. Those battle chips get me gold, get me units. Arena is life for a non-spender. Willis says, are you gonna go for the one December champs? One of the December champs? I'll go for the 4-star. But I don't go for 5 stars. Only the 4-star. And in fact, I had gone for every 4-star featured up until I think Wasp or Ghost, I forget. But I skipped going for Wasp and Ghost in the 4-star feature. And oh, I regret that now. But they're coming around as a basic, so I'll get them. I'll pick them up there. DA Contest Legend. Yo-ho, what's up? What's good? No, you ain't gonna go for Punisher Key? All right. Clay says I do small arenas because I earn more units from them. Okay, that's fair enough. I try to do as many of the arenas as I possibly can to collect all of them. Much as I can do. All right. Let's put these two here. Ah, good shout out, Keith. Let me adjust that. I had it up when I was doing the stream for the Clash, so it's actually up a bit more than normal. Okay, that should be a little bit better. When I started that stream, my sister wasn't there, and I knew I was going to be concentrating a lot on the fights. So I wanted to have the game sound up a little bit so that, you know, people were hearing something rather than just silence. Yeah, Clay, you only go for 3 stars? Hey, you got to start somewhere. I went for 3 stars. And then for the longest time, I only went for 4-star basics. And then when they added Killmonger, I started going for the 4-star featured. You got the kids watching some vids. Okay. Alphabet vids. Y'all remember that song? Apple sector says it's the most remarkable word I've ever seen. See if y'all remember that one. I was really young when I was listening to that. And it took me a while to figure out what word he was actually talking about. Wonder who remembers that. What am I doing? Pedro, what's up? I'm a little behind on my basic 4-star, only at 1.6 million, need to hit 4.5. Okay. For the basic, well, I've got my cutoffs at the bottom of the screen. But, yeah, I always go for overkill. No telling. I do not like being around like 4.5, 5. I don't like being around that mark. So I'll always, for the first round, even for a 4-star basic, I'm gonna put up over 5 million and most likely over 6 million. All right, Clay. So DA contest legend, do you remember that song? It might still be on. I don't know. It's been a while. Contest Legend says, I wish I still had the time, motivation to do arenas. The rewards are banging. Yeah, they are. A lot of people don't like them. Oh boy, that was my fault. I was a little slow on that. Oh, which song? Apotectisalimactuma says, it's the most remarkable word I've ever seen. That's about all I can remember of the song. But if you remember it, that should be all you need to remember that song. Pedro? Yes. Yes, it is. That is exactly where that's from. Yes, it is, DA Contest Legend. Pedro has the source. It is from Sesame Street. I believe it was Big Bird. And the word he was singing was the alphabet. That's what made me think of it when you were saying that you have your kids watching alphabet videos. It made me remember that alphabet song. It took me a while because he was saying that word. And at the time, you know, I'm young. And I'm watching it and I'm going, what word is he talking about? He had seen the alphabet and thought, you know, it was a word, one word. And so he was singing about the most remarkable word he's ever seen. And it's spelled A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You get it. So I remember that to this day. Ah, well, that would explain why you didn't get it, Keith, if you never watched Sesame Street. I watched Sesame Street and The Electric Company and others on PBS, like 1, 2, 3 Contact. Watch that too. A lot of these shows you can actually look up on YouTube. And I haven't tried it, but I'll bet you if you look up Sesame Street alphabet song or something like that, you'll find it. Pedro says, okay, I didn't know if it was Sesame Street or Electric Company. I believe it was Sesame Street, but don't quote me on that because I watched both of them. So I'm just like you. That was a very long time ago. So I think it was Big Bird singing it on Sesame Street, not Electric Company, but I could be wrong. A lot of old educational shows. These days, well, they still have them, but not quite the same. I remember watching, I think it was the Electric Company, where they would have a word for the day. And all right, Contest Legend, thanks for stopping by, though, for sure. Definitely good to see you. But I remember they had a word for the day, and they would hold it on the screen for a certain amount of time. So I would look at the word, and I would try to sound it out, try to figure out what word that was. And if I couldn't, I would go run to my mom so that she could come see the word and tell me what that word was. Now, at the time, we didn't have any VCR, so I couldn't record it or anything like that. And if she was in the kitchen cooking, she had better stop whatever she was doing and come run to see it. Because if she delayed and we got back to that TV and that word was gone, it was gone forever. And I would set up a hollering and a wailing because I would now never know what that word was. And she could no longer tell me because it was gone. Gone forever. Yeah, my mom had a rough time. But I trained her. When I told her, "Mom, come here, the word," she came running. Keith Winnett, you never watched Captain Kangaroo? Now, that was a little bit before my time. I didn't really watch Captain Kangaroo, except my dad actually got me some VHS tapes of Captain Kangaroo, Howdy Doody, a lot of these that, he used to look at. So I got a chance to see some of them. But it was educational shows and cartoons. That's what I watched. Keith said I was always sleeping in too late because I was up the night before watching Cinemax After Dark. See. We ain't let nobody was allowed. We didn't have cable. And let my mom or my dad catch me watching something like that. I bet you I wouldn't watch it again. Now, something that was kind of funny is that when I got a little bit older, I discovered that, everybody around us had cable. We did not have cable on purpose. And I was able to pick up a lot of the interference. It didn't come in clear or anything like that, but I was able to pick up on certain stations some cable. So I would secretly watch some stuff, wasn't the best picture. And that's when I first saw The Howling. Folks, let me tell you something. Up until this time, the only werewolf transformations I had ever seen were like Abbott and Costello and stuff like that. So you can imagine seeing The Howling for the first time, seeing that transformation, young though I was, oh my goodness. I was transfixed just watching. Don't think I ever watched another Howling, actually. That first one was enough for me. Pedro says, yes, that was a very long time ago. And the fact that you brought up 1, 2, 3 Contact, that just brought back all types of memories. Contact is the reason, is the answer. I still remember a little bit of it. Contact. Like I said, I know you can look all of that up on YouTube now. How about Zoom? That's a show that not a lot of people remember. I had to actually look it up on YouTube because I would mention Zoom and nobody knew what I was talking about. And I'm like, I know I watched this show and it was called Zoom. And how about We're Kids Incorporated, KIDS. Now here's something funny for you guys. If you ever watch Kids Incorporated, Fergie, remember Fergie? Singer? She was on Kids Incorporated. You can go look it up on YouTube and see little Fergie. Sit right there. I actually like that theme song of Kids Incorporated. Still do. Yeah, later, DA contest legend. DJ Digsby. Or Digby, I don't know why I put an S in your name. What's up? We just doing a little arena grinding, chilling, relaxing, reminiscing about some old shows that we used to watch when we were young, when the world was young. Ah, you never got caught. Yeah, well, once I got old enough and was able to move into a room on my own, yeah, it was a moot point at that point. I was looking at all sorts of things I wasn't supposed to be looking at. But early on, that was a no-no. And the TVs, you didn't have a TV in your room. And if I snuck down to watch TV, oh, let me. Because I happen to live with my dad, my mom, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother. We all lived in that house. And let me tell you, the chances of me being able to sneak down and look at something that I wasn't supposed to look at and not get caught by one of them. My grandmother had a radar. She could be dead asleep and wake right up. No. Was not worth the risk. And I know this because I did try sneaking down, and I wasn't trying to watch anything naughty. I just wanted to watch TV because I was supposed to be in bed, and I wanted to watch TV instead. Oh, yeah. She came right on down them stairs. And what are you doing down here? And there is no good answer for that. I heard they're going to have a 6-star Rhino. I actually have fun playing with Rhino. Look at this. You don't miss an intercept. I actually do have fun. DJ Digby. Lord, have you seen what Hulk looked like in Avengers 4? No, I don't think so. All right, Clay. Yeah, a lot of famous singers were in the Mickey Mouse Club. MICKEY MOUSE. I think I just heard my sister get home. Now, she may or may not want to hop on the stream. She's been out for much of the morning, so we'll see. If she wants to get on, I'll see her in the chat, and then I'll plug her in. Selena Gomez was on Barney. I wouldn't know. I did not watch Barney. I was not about to watch Barney at all. Yeah, I am a Barney hater. Not as bad as some. I saw some, before I knew what a meme was, before we were using that term, I saw some horrible memes of Barney. There was a lot of hate for Barney. My generation and maybe a generation ahead of me. You know, that whole, I love you, you love me kind of thing. People just did not like that. Didn't see a whole lot of educational value, compare it to what you learn on like Electric Company or Sesame Street. That show just, no. But I do love me some Selena Gomez. I am not going to lie. Love me some Selena Gomez. Don't know how sane she is, but I like her. I like her as an actress. I like her as a singer. She did well on both. Very talented. And of course, very good looking. Clay, you're back. That wasn't long. You have 300K points in the 3-star arena. It's not bad. I don't even do the 3-star arena anymore without using boosts early on, because if I'm going for a champion, I'll use up those boosts and I'll get 1 million very quickly with those boosts. And I'll use, about 100 arena boosts. And after that, I'll just hit it whenever, I feel like it. And coast all the way to like 1.5 or so. I think last time I did 1.6. Like I said earlier, I always go for overkill. I've only started in the 4-star basic right now, and I'll probably go to like 1.7, 1.8 in that arena, and I'll hit the 4-star featured and hit 4, maybe 4.5, depends on how much time I have left. Since I'm running full suicides, that's when I can usually put up a decent score in all of the arenas. Oh, so then you're about halfway there already then, Clay. If you're just doing the milestones, you're fine. I don't normally do the milestones in every arena, but I think I did one time. Only when I'm running suicides. But this Sunday, I will probably start on variant and do as much of variant as I can, as much as I can stand on Sunday after the arena. Probably won't stream it, but I'll record my paths so I can put that video up. I'll try to do the least amount of work. So I've been doing my research and finding out the best strategies. Like, I think for Chapter 1, Power Reserve, Gambit seems to be a pretty good option. So I'm going to try to go through. I don't know if I want to go through one time or 100% it as I go. I really prefer doing the 100% as I go, because once I'm in that mode, you know, like chapter 1, I like to just get it done and move on. That's what I did with the Champion Clash as well, as you guys saw. I did chapter 1, went through 100% of that, then moved on to chapter 2. I mean, I'm not in any rush to get, you know, the full completion rewards, but I don't know. May change my mind. Maybe I'll do chapter 1, 2, and then 1 completion, and then 100% it. Still debating. Depends on how long it takes. I have those 30% boosts that I want to use up. Okay, why didn't he... Alright, so what just happened there, I evaded his L2, and I usually punish it. But you saw he just stood there. I actually swiped to dash forward like I always do, and he just didn't move. That happens not just with Iceman, but it happens with some others as well. Kyle, what's going on? Alright, gotta pay attention to this MODOK. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Just look at him. Anytime they stand there and they're not blocking or anything, they're just waiting for you to make that move. That's okay. Red Hulk smashed. I'm doing good, Kyle. I don't know why I say Clay. Yeah, I do. His name is right next to yours because he says something right after you. Clay says, I'm trying to build up my units. You and me both. As I'm looking through the variant difficulty and I see those rewards, and this is something I always encourage everybody to do. Evaluate the cost. Count the cost. So you see the rewards. How much would you be willing to spend for those rewards? In units, in resources, how much? And if you have that much and you believe you can do it with that much or less, then you go for it. If you don't think you can do it within the budget that you feel is worth it, then just leave it alone. But even a single clear might be worth it to you if you have the resources. Now, the rewards that I saw, I would be willing to spend 3,000 units in addition to whatever resources I use to get that done. Because right now, I've already completed Labyrinth of Legends. Labyrinth of Legends was the last permanent content, story content that I had left that I was saving up to do. That was the only reason that I was saving up all these uncollected free crystals and, gathering up all my resources. But once I had that done, I just started gathering them up again for the next best thing, next big thing. And here it is, the variant difficulty. And once I get that done, then I'll be done again, and I'll just have monthly content to do. Oops. Ooh, that was a lot of bleed. Here, I have a little bleed of my own. Okay. Yeah, that is a nice thing about it, Keith. MODOK takes a lot of block damage. That's why I hit into his block all the time. Kyle says there's a bug in Arena, like when fighting, I do my 2 or 3 or 4 hit combo and my special and he blocks it. Yeah, sometimes that's not just in Arena. That's happened to me other places as well. Same thing with parry. I parry and before I hit, he has his block up. Yeah, that happens in Arena. They're recovering too quickly. This used to be a bug, and then they fixed it. And it sounds like it's crept back a little bit. Because it used to be that you could not finish your combo or else they were going to block it. So you would have to do a 4-hit combo or a 3-hit combo. But then, for a little bit, that wasn't even working. But they got that fixed. Some fine-tuning or whatever, but I don't know. It's annoying, though. I have a feeling that the bug, from what they just, you know, I don't know if you guys know, I'm a programmer. So I'm listening to them, but I'm listening to them with a developer's ear. And one of the things they were mentioning before when they were fixing this bug was some timing issues. Some not timing, but yeah, timing and what did they, trying to remember the exact terminology they used, performance, something like that. So this bug, if it is fun, game crashed on me again. But if this is a performance type bug, then it's going to be periodic. You know, it's not a coding issue, but it's something that can happen over time. You know, on that server, things may, you know, just be getting slowly and slowly more out of sync, maybe. This is what maintenance and that sort of thing is supposed to take care of. But maybe it has not been. So this bug, it's not so much that it, you know, it was like a code fix. It may have just been some performance tuning that was causing the AI to react faster than it should. Don't know. Tim O'Connell says, hello, Mr. Shadow. Well, hello there, Mr. Tim O'Connell. He says, count the cost straight from the Bible. Ah, you knew exactly where I was quoting, Keith. Awesome. And yes, that is actually what I was saying. I'm a very, very spiritual person. But yeah, that's what I was quoting. Clay says I would spend a lot. So there you go. And there's people who have. They will, you know, spend those units, you know, buy units so they could get this thing done. Nothing wrong with that if you have the money. If I had the money, I would certainly be purchasing a few deals like that deal for Cyber Monday. I probably would have got it like Legacy did. I would have done it if I had the money. All right, let's hit this Phoenix. Look at that damage. Go, Phoenix. Look at that damage. Phoenix is another underrated champion. Chapter 1 is the only quest, for the new quest is the only one worth it? Okay. You already know I want it all. I got to do the whole thing, everything. Get as much as I possibly can. Come on, big boy. Keith says, I think the bug is partly due to connection issues. Dropping for milliseconds can affect us a lot. That is true, too. That could very well be. I know that I was getting a lot more problems on my older device when I was playing on an iPhone 5S because I would get lag because the game just, after they updated a few times, it stopped running so well. And I would get issues. I would refuse to record my videos if I was fighting, you know, like these events and everything. I wouldn't stream at all, and I wouldn't even record my fighting until the iOS recorder came about. Then I would record it on the phone, and even then it would lag a little bit. It was just too much for that phone. But a lot of the issues that I had when I was using that phone disappeared when I got this iPhone. Not completely, but very, very, very rare for me to have some of those issues. Because I used to complain to high heaven about a lot of the issues that I was experiencing on that iPhone. I was whiffing a lot, getting hit through my block. And like I said, those things still happen, but not anywhere near what they used to, not as much as they used to. Aeon Kong, what's up? It's got to be late for you. But I am glad you stayed up and came on board. Man Singe? Hi. Meister, what is up? You did Act 5 100%. Awesome. That is a huge milestone. So who are you planning on taking to rank 5? Do you have any rank 5 worthy champions? That's the question. But that is awesome, bro. Clay Slatton says, I am not going to buy units. Okay. You don't have to. You see, I haven't bought any. But I am going to buy units at least one time to get the gifting badge. Don't know when. I could have bought it just to give you an idea of what priority that has for me. When I got that check from YouTube, I could have bought, you know, something there to get the gifting badge, but I wanted to get a new mic, and I wanted to get this software that I'm using to mirror my game to the PC, Air server. Desktop, Windows 10 Desktop Edition. And I love it. Until I can get an Elgato, this is what I'll be using. Yeah, Keith Winnett says, yeah, lots of people don't realize how hard Phoenix can hit. Yeah, they sure don't. I didn't even show how hard she could hit there. You stack them up enough, she gets in that overload, she starts putting some hurt on them. Just got to play her similar to how you play Hyperion. Hit them with heavies. Stack it up. And then unleash. And I'm not the best Phoenix player because I only really play her in the arena. But I do know that. The Mad Minion. What is up? It's almost 1 a.m. for you, Aeon Kong. Okay. Woo-wee. it still tickles me just how much of a difference we have in our time. That is just nuts. That is such a huge difference. I'm used to, talking to people, an hour, 2, 3, difference, but wow. All right, let's get this annoying civil warrior. You gonna bleed to death? You don't need to. The Mad Minion says, I got 5-star Red Skull. Is he good? I don't know too much about him, but I think the general consensus is not really. Brian Grant got him, actually went for him in the arena and ranked him up and put him on defense. And he says that he does get kills now and then. And that Brian is in an alliance that are master level. So master level alliances are dying to Red Skull. So he must be a decent defender. And for him, it's worth it if he gets even 1 kill, he said. 1 kill at that level, and it's worth it. So he got his time's worth. I do love fighting with MODOK. He is so much fun. Look at all that damage. But yeah, that block proficiency is sucks, but he's still a lot of fun to play. Meister says, I have GR duped, Blade duped, Corvus duped, and Stark unduped. Thinking about Blade first. Wow. You have got a nice selection. Wow. Well, I do not envy you your choice. I will tell you this, though. Personally, I would take out Ghost Rider. I would not take Ghost Rider to 5. I would stop him at 4, personally. My Ghost Rider is 3. I do want to take him to 4, but it'll be after I start getting more resources, which are already coming in pretty nicely. So, once I get the variant difficulty done and all that stuff, I might start ranking up champions like that. But for right now, for me, it would be between one of those, because my rank 5s are all what you just mentioned, other than Ghost Rider. So my first rank 5 was my Starkey. My second rank 5 was Corvus, and I used a generic on him because I was not going to have a rank 5 unawakened, just for prestige purposes. And my third rank 5 is going to be Blade, as soon as I can get the T5 basic that I need. So it would be, for me, it would be between those 3. And depending on what you are looking to do, have you done Labyrinth of Legends already? Are you thinking about doing it 100% anytime soon? And how often do you get these resources? Because Corvus, he's awesome in AW, but he is not good for Labyrinth. Starkey and Blade are good for Labyrinth. Blade can do it safer but slower. I used Starkey. I did not have Blade. If I had had Blade, I would have brought him along with Starkey. I just really love Starkey. He'll get it done faster for you, but he might cost you a bit more if you want to do it, in a timely manner, because you'll heal up. And that's what I was doing. That's why it took me a little bit more in units than it would have ordinarily. I think I spent 3,000 per path average, and that was because I would use up units to buy potions after my stash ran out to heal up Starkey so that he was over half health, and because I wanted to get it all done at one time, so I did it all in like 1 week. So otherwise it would have cost less. But Ranji says Phoenix plus Emma synergy is crazy. Really? I'm gonna have to check it out. I only have a 4-star Emma. Oh, and after doing that quest, the Champions Clash, I looked and I had more resources than I thought. I actually had enough resources to take my Gwen pool, my 5-star Gwen pool, up to rank 2, and still had enough left over to take my Omega Red 4-star to rank 5. I've been wanting to rank 5 him for a while now. And next on the list, and I actually could do it, so I know resources are coming in much, much faster because I wasn't able to do it like that. I was going to rank up Emma Frost, my 4-star Emma Frost, to 5 next, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I might take up Symbiote Supreme, or maybe Aegon that I just got. I don't know. One of the reasons is, you know, I have a lot of mutants already, and now I have, you know, Omega Red. So I'd like to get somebody else up there, give another class a chance. So Symbiote Supreme or Aegon, you know, skill or Mystic might be useful. Jacko says I would do Stark. Yeah, he was my first, so I wouldn't disagree with you there. But at the same time, Blade has a lot of utility as well. So can't go wrong with either one. But those are first class problems to have. There are people that don't have any of those champions, and they finish Act 5 and now they're like, well, who do I rank up? Now if you have a Ghost and you want to take the time to learn the player, let me get Ghost before I rank 5 my Blade. I'll probably cry. I'll still rank up Blade. Got to get that prestige, and I've already taken him to 4. But the next one up will be Ghost. Or if I get Voodoo. I mean, not Voodoo, Void. All right. So we can compare a little bit of time, you guys that are usually on the stream with me when I'm going through Arena and I don't have suicides. Well, now I have dual suicides. You know, I got both Liquid Courage and Double Edge. And after this round, I will have gone through all of my 5 stars. And we are at the 1 hour mark. When I don't have my suicides on, it'll take me another 30 minutes to go through my 5 stars. And then once I go through my 550s, now we're talking, you know, close to 2 hours.
The time is 2:00 p.m.
So, suicides, I have a hard time doing Arena when I don't have my suicides. I've actually fallen asleep doing arena if it's too late at night when I don't have my suicides on. All right. The Mad Minion. I have my cutoff predictions at the bottom. And keep in mind, they are just guesses. That's all they are. If you actually want the champion, I recommend going higher by about 1 million or 2. But that's just me. Anytime you ask me for anything like that, I don't aim for cutoffs. So I go for overkill. So when you ask me, hey, you know, what should I put up for this champion? Know that whatever score I tell you is the score that I would put up, and is why I do not miss any champion that I go for. Haven't missed a one yet. I think I might have missed one when I first started the arena. And then I actually got one when I wasn't even going for him because he went lower than anybody thought he would. This was when they still had arenas where you had multiple champions that you could get in the same arena. So if you were aiming for one champion and you put too much into it and you went over that champion's cutoff, you ended up getting the next champion. And yeah, I didn't like that system. I'm very happy they did away with it. Doing a little quake and bake. Look at that. She never got 1 bar of power. Meister says, I'm playing 11 months and will not jump into LOL. I think I will wait for Act 6. Okay. Actually, that's really good. 11 months and you've already done Act 5 100%. You're way ahead. When I started, and it was 11 months in to when I really was, playing, I definitely didn't have any T5 basics because they didn't have Act 5. And I certainly didn't do LOL. It was because I did LOL this year. So I was going into, was it a year and a half before I tackled LOL? So you got time. It's not going anywhere. Get this boy down. Bleed. Keith Winnett says, I hate trying to troubleshoot 2 program errors when only 2 items out of 50 failed, and they failed on different days. Tell me about it. Do you know what's really fun, Keith? Trying to debug memory errors, like buffer overrun errors. Oh my word. They have tools that'll help you do that. Ah, yeah. Well, those are even worse when they're user errors. But memory leaks, those sort of a thing, you can get an error. Like when I first was programming, right? A long time ago. Play memory. I had to do that. I wrote a program, right? And sorry guys, we go a little tech for a second here. I learned to program in C. In C, I'll try to make it short. In C, there's a function called read. Read is a low-level function that will read in a file or anything, on your disk. You can specify how many bytes it is to read. And it returns either -1 for an error, if I remember correctly, or the number of bytes it actually read in. Okay? So I looked up the documentation, and it told me that there's a certain variable type, and I forget what it was. I think it said it was an int. Was it an int? No, unsigned, I think. It's been a while. But when you look up the documentation and you tell it, and it tells you what type of variable it's going to return, that's the type of variable that you're going to store it in. So I wrote a program, and I was using this because it's faster than using other functions like fread or some other functions that they have in C. So I wanted to make my program really fast. So I was doing this low-level call, and I would check. If it was a -1, I knew it was an error, and it didn't read it, or it read end of file. Otherwise, it was supposed to return how many bytes. So I would take that number of bytes, and I read it into an array, one big array, and then I would index into the array the number of bytes that it returned. Yeah, I know, Keith. Well, put it this way. What ended up happening, there was an issue with the documentation, and I stored it in a variable that I shouldn't have. So it was a smaller variable. It returned a larger number than the variable could hold, and so it wrapped around. It had to do with, a 32-bit integer versus 16-bit. Don't worry about it. But it wrapped around to a large negative number. So when I indexed into the array with this large negative number, I went backwards in memory, because that's all I was doing, was accessing memory directly. And going backwards, I went well past the beginning of the array and hit a memory spot, and it caused my system to reboot. Try debugging something like that. You run your program, and it seems to be working a little bit, but then when you read in a certain file, all of a sudden, your system rebooted. Completely. You didn't get an error message or anything. The system just rebooted. And here's the fun part. If I took that program someplace else and ran it, it didn't necessarily reboot the system. Oh Lord, my sister is here. I thought we had escaped. But that is the nightmare of memory issues. You could overwrite some piece of memory that causes the system to reboot. You could overwrite something that causes a problem with another program entirely. Trying to debug that kind of thing, nightmare. Well, Stiletto, you came all late. I'm already done with my 5 stars, and you see it's only been a little bit after an hour. Hold on, let me... Haha, whatever. Do you want to get on? Or are you going to sleep? Let me know. And I'll fire up Discord and get you in there. But I figured you'd be asleep. In fact, why are you not asleep? Get to bed. All right, hold on. I see you in here, but I'm in the middle of a fight. I'll connect in a minute. Whatever. All right, hold on. Let me pop my headphones in and get my sister on here. Make sure you mute everything. All right, say something so We can see if you actually are coming through.
This story really killed me. I was just, oh.
Hold on. I don't think it's. Are you guys hearing her? Oh, wait, this is performance mode. Say something now.
Story really killed me.
Okay, there we go. You're there.
It was hobbling along on one leg. I was like, it would be a mercy killing just to shoot it and put it out of its misery.
Imagine. This is what a tech person has to deal with when they're surrounded by non-techies.
Even Keith was like, you're losing me on this.
Well, it was extremely techy. I think, Keith, you're not a programmer, are you? You're like a tech support, right? Because this was a programming thing.
So you're trying to say it wasn't the story was bad, it was that it was a bad audience.
No. I'm just saying that the story was mostly for tech folk.
Then why were you talking about it?
Programming tech folk.
In a non-programming
For the same reason you tell me stories. Yeah, I went there.
Hey, I just tell you stories to keep you informed about the world.
Yeah, I see. See, folks, as much as my sister is busting my chops about telling this story, we are very much alike. All right, hold on. Why?
And that's why your phone rang.
Oh my goodness, this is just. All right, hold on, folks.
Hey, Pedro, it's Stiletto Green.
Okay. I swear, if I lose this because of that phone call.
Stiletto's fine.
It was a low balance alert. That's all it was. I already know that. That's okay, Pedro. She's always going to be my baby sister.
You have nothing but baby sisters.
That's right.
And I talked all about you at the hair salon.
Actually, you're the only baby sister I have. My other sister, she was never a baby sister. She was around my age.
Still technically a baby sis, though.
Just my younger sister. By the time I was able to call anybody a baby sister, you were the only baby. I didn't know her when she was a baby. So you are
Instead of baby sis, you can call me Stiletto Green, Pedro.
Baby sister, you're the one. Y'all can tell we hate each other, right?
We do.
She forces me to do all sorts of horrible things.
I do.
She pulls that baby sister thing up on me all the time.
I told the whole salon about you.
It's real bad when she starts referring to me as Big Brother. That's when I know something about to go down.
Big Brother?
Yep, that's exactly what she'll be doing. Just like that. She'll be like, Big Brother. I'm just like, oh, nah, nope. Whatever it is, nope. As I already know. That's all right. After the stream, I'm going to get to see what your hair looks like. I have to see what you did to your hair. What they did to your hair.
It looks the same as it always does.
Do you see her 1% thing here? If you guys haven't seen it, in Dorky Diggity Dave's last video, I think he was doing Arena Stun Immune. He was getting that 1% thing all the time. And he was calling it out. He actually died to it. I don't know if it was in that one or the previous one, but he got a bleed on his opponent, and they bled down to 1%. He had something like 30%, 30 or 40% of his health left, and they're both bleeding out. The other one bleeds and then stays at 1% until he dies of the bleed that he had on him.
He died of dysentery.
And hold on, who do I want to? Just grab you. But yeah, I hope they. I don't even know. I don't think they've even acknowledged it yet that it is a bug, and that's a little frustrating.
Nope, they're still silent on it.
Yeah, that's really really annoying.
They still playing dumb.
Yeah, I got videos. Oh, and everybody, I am working on a video right now. I did some of the prep work for it earlier today, but it's going to be a guide to that champion clash that I did. Should be interesting. I'll use footage, of course, from the run, and I will go through each fight, show, list the counters that I believe, you know, are pretty decent to bring against them each fight, and we'll even talk about the nodes and what makes each of the nodes, what you want to watch for each of the nodes. So look for that. I don't know when. I'm gonna try to get it done today and have it up tomorrow morning, but we'll see how much I can get done.
Phantom Black says, "What's up, Shadow? What's the bug? I'm just checking in."
What's going on, Phantom?
He wants to know what bug were you talking about?
The 1% bug that they're not even talking about being a bug yet, but quite a few of us are experiencing it, and it's pretty noticeable. As you guys can see, another crash. Didn't used to crash like this, but, and like I said before, it crashes like this even when I'm not streaming. But,
well, next time you get enough money, time to get a new iPad.
Oh no. We're not getting a new iPad for a while.
Unless... I know there was some good sales going on.
Well, you got that right. If the sales are really good and I have the money, maybe. But I think I want to upgrade this computer.
Fan Black says, "Are you doing the beta test for the AQ?"
Yes. I was in a group where somebody was saying that they were in the beta and it was really buggy. And I was like, the beta hasn't started yet. And he was like, well, I'm in it. See, I read, and I know that the beta is not supposed to start until December. So I figured even if they're able to get in, they're not supposed to. And sure enough, they got in, things were working crazy, and now they're not able to get in. I think that access was a mistake. But yeah, and I'm going to try to find out if I can stream it or what I can talk about. So once I start it, that'll be some content if they allow me to do it. If they don't allow me to stream or do anything, make videos or anything like that, then I don't know.
You just hear a lot of him going, "Oh, oh man, oh guys, man, oh."
Yep, that'll be all you get if they don't let me. Nah, what I'll do, and I'm pretty sure, I might not be able to stream it, but I will make videos. Now, when I'm able to release the videos, that's another story. Don't know that, but I will make the videos. So there will be a time, I'm sure, if they don't let me do it while the beta is going, there's going to be a time between when the beta ends and when it actually comes live that we'll be able to, you know, talk about it. And so I'll probably release some videos then.
Tim O'Connell says, Lord Shadow, I was able to access the beta as well. 2 minutes later, it kicked me.
Yep.
And he also says, you can fully show all beta stuff on streamer and videos.
Okay. In that case, I'll make videos. All right, Aeon Kong, take care. Go to sleep. What is it, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning now for him?
Yeah. He stays up just for you.
And I appreciate that too.
Phantom Black was able to get in, but noticed only a few of his masteries were active.
Yeah, I heard that masteries were messed up. And it doesn't surprise me because I don't think the beta is ready yet for anyone to jump in there. It's not the time that they said that the beta would be active, so I haven't tried to go in there. I don't want nothing to mess up anything on my main account or anything like that. But yeah, if I can make videos and all that good stuff, then I'm definitely going to make some videos. I'll probably put the beta tag on each one of them just to keep them separate. I might even make a playlist to make it easy for folks to find it.
Oh, all these best laid plans.
Of mice
and
and
Phantom
men.
Black got a 5-star Corvus.
Oh, nice. That is awesome, Phantom. He will do you well once you get him ranked up there. Truly a beast.
A Corvus Glaive.
He's the only 6-star that I would be tempted to take to rank 2. And I say tempted because I still may not do it. Now that I have a rank 5 Corvus, probably wouldn't. Would rather get more rank 4 or rank 5s.
Dura says, yo, what's up? Only the best thoughts to you and your family.
Thank you. And same to you and yours. Yeah, I'm just playing with this Kingpin. I know I could take him out at any time. Build up some Furies. Boom. Just messing with him. Dura says, yo, what's up?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Shadow, don't play with the fat man.
He is not fat. Leave him alone.
Okay, I'm sorry. The badly tailored man, because they want him to be fat.
Yeah. Kabam may have
We
drawn
all
him
know
fat.
he's not fat, but they put him in that suit so that you would think he's fat, because he's not.
I'm always
that
wondering.
That suit is so badly tailored.
I wonder. I know that Kabam is Marvel. They're Marvel fans, okay? But whoever did the artwork and the animations for the Kingpin, I wonder how well they know Kingpin. Because for somebody that doesn't know or didn't read about him in the comics, if this is all you had of him, you would say he was fat. So I'm wondering if the person who drew and animated this Kingpin, the art department, whether they thought he was fat. I really don't know. Because the way they drew him is not like he is in the comics. That suit is like tight on him, like he's overweight and can't get clothes that fit him because he keeps busting out of him. Nah. Kingpin was always dressed to impress. He had finely, well-tailored suits.
I'm like, even if Kingpin was fat, he got money.
Exactly. In fact, the reason why we always thought he was fat wasn't because he had a tight suit that didn't fit, was because he was big. And they always drew him big, but he had suits that fit. And nobody saw what he looked like, so we assumed he was fat. Because we've seen fat people that look like that when they have, you know, suits that drape on them and, you know, it doesn't hug them, so you can't tell. But when he actually took his suit off one time to fight, that was a surprise. Because he is built. He is cut. He has very little body fat on him. So just imagine, big like that, it's mostly muscle. But he doesn't have any powers, so Spider-Man whooped his behind.
Yeah, Phantom Black in the show, they were talking about how he looked like he slimmed down a bit. The actor slimmed down. Because it's hard to get an actor who actually has the body type that it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Do you remember the Kingpin in I'm trying to remember, was it Daredevil or was it Spider-Man? Which one was it? Because they had what's his name? And he was built. He was actually more like Kingpin.
Yeah, except he was black.
Right. He was black, but he had the body that you would expect if you knew Kingpin.
he had it, but he probably came closest to the body type.
Yeah, he came close.
Dirt tried last night to grind for Domino, but wasn't in the mood to put in $5 million for a 4-star.
Hey, I don't blame you, but I go for them all. Really, it depends on your roster, because eventually your roster will get to the point where putting that much up doesn't really matter. It's easy. Doesn't take long. I mean, look at how many points I have up already in the 5-star featured arena. And there are people with larger rosters. They are, for day one, they can easily put up about 20 million. So, just depends. When I go for 4-star basics, very easy for me to put up like 6-7 million. Over the course of 3 days, very easy.
And then they got Kingpin bigger than Hulk. Now you know.
I know.
That's wrong.
That I think has more to do with their technology. Until Sentinel came into the game, we didn't see really, really, really big characters.
Yes, Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan. That's it. I was trying to remember his name. For the life of me, I couldn't. But see, his body type comes the closest to accurately representing Kingpin. And see, if you put a suit, as you saw, on Michael Clark Duncan that fits, he's still a big guy. I know, Tim. Didn't he? He had a heart attack, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I know
he had a heart condition since he was a child.
Because I know it was a surprise to a lot of people, but you can have a heart attack and still be relatively healthy in your lifestyle and in your diet. You could be in physical shape and have really bad nutrition as well. So you can't tell what's going on inside. And with him, you know, you see this big strapping guy who clearly works out, and then you find out, heart attack, and you start thinking, well, maybe he ate really bad. Well, maybe, but
Well,
he
he
had a
got
heart
into
condition.
all that fitness stuff because he had a heart problem when he was
Exactly.
younger.
And as I was saying, so he had something that, you know, it didn't matter his diet or anything. Every time I saw him, man, I loved that boy. He was funny too.
I loved him in the whole 9 yards.
Oh,
Oh, he cracked me up.
and that was him in Armageddon as well, right? Was it Armageddon?
No, he was in The Fifth Element, I think.
Fifth Element. Who was in Armageddon? Was that Zeus?
Was that him in Armageddon?
I thought. Tim will know. That was him in Armageddon, right? Yeah. I refused to watch Green Mile, Tim. But yeah, he was in that. I remember that because I saw a little bit of it. Okay, that was him in Armageddon. That's what I thought. I saw the beginning of Green Mile, where they were putting that guy to death, and Duncan was down there flipping out, feeling it. I said, you know what? This is not a movie I want to see. Understand that I like comedies, things that are going to make me laugh, sci-fi, action type films, fantasy, things that'll help me escape the drama of reality. So I'm not going to watch a movie, even if it's a good movie, if it's going to remind me too much of real life. I have real life for that. I was talking to my mom today, saying that. I was like, why do I want to watch a reality show? I have reality for that. I don't need to watch a reality show. That's why I don't watch a lot of sitcoms. If a sitcom resembles my life too much, what's the point? I got to escape. That's the whole point. I'm trying to get something that doesn't remind me of my real life so I can take a break. And I am thinking about rank 5ing this Symbiote Supreme. I actually have to choose. I think I'm going to let Emma stay at rank 4 for a little bit since I just ranked up Omega Red. And I may take either Symbiote Supreme or Aegon up. Still debating. It may be Aegon. I don't know. Symbiote Supreme is cool, but without MD, he's a slow starter. If you fight somebody with a lot of buffs, that's okay, but ugh.
Dura says, bro, I'm waiting for the time when Kamala and Hulkbuster will be god tier champs. Not that I have both of them in duped.
That would be awesome, man. I would love to see Hulkbuster get an upgrade. There was a time where Hulkbuster was good. He was a good defender. People used him on defense all the time. Kamala Khan, well, she's not as bad as a lot of people think. She can get those furies and that sort of a thing, so she can do respectable damage, but yeah, she needs a little upgrade as well.
I've seen people cursing folk with using her. May you pull Kamala Khan in your next crystal.
And see, I pulled Kamala Khan as a 5-star. I wasn't upset. She was a new champion.
I was like, wow.
Tim says, yeah, Green Mile was a great but tough movie. Yeah, see, that's why I'm not watching it. Not doing it. And here's something. I did not watch Forrest Gump. And let me tell you why I did not watch Forrest Gump. So my aunt, this is years ago, my aunt was trying to set me up with this girl. And so we all went out to the movies, and my aunt went to watch Forrest Gump with, my uncle. And me and this girl, we went to a different theater, and I forget what did we watch. I forget what we watched, but it was some animated movie or something like that. And when we all got done, my aunt came out of that movie in tears. Now, I had heard about Forrest Gump, and I wanted to watch Forrest Gump. Everybody told me it was good. But after seeing my aunt come out of the theater in tears, that killed it for me. I ain't watching nothing that's going to evoke that kind of emotion if I can help it. It'd have to sneak up on me. If I know a movie is a tearjerker, I'm not watching it. I don't feel like fighting tears. So I've actually never seen Forrest Gump because of that. Yeah, Phantom, I have Aegon as a 4-star. I don't go for 5 stars, but I've been picking up the 4-star featured. This arena, I have all the champions in the arena, so I'm just going for milestones. And probably will go for milestones for a little while. But yeah, I went for Aegon both times, got him both times. When Wasp and Ghost come around as a basic, I actually skipped their arena. I regret that now, of all the champions to skip. And I'll go for them as basics. But I basically go for any champion that I don't have. I may not even use them. I have champions that I, went for in the arena, like Red Skull. I have him. I haven't ranked him up at all. Korg. I have Korg as a 4-star. Haven't ranked him up. Now, one of the reasons I didn't rank him up is because I switched alliances. So in my other alliance, we were lower tier. 4-star defenders was still a thing, and were still getting us, some good kills. So I went for Korg both times, got him both times, and I was going to rank him up to 5, put a bunch of signature stones in him, and put him on defense. But I left that alliance, and in the new alliance, we do not put 4 stars on defense. So I never ranked him up. So he's just sitting there. I don't take people to rank 4 unless I'm really planning on taking them to rank 5, or I like using them in arena.
Tim says Ditch did a little Michael Clark Duncan research. He voiced Groot in the TV show Ultimate Spider-Man from one episode called Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wow. Did not know that. One tidbit is that I had not heard of Guardians of the Galaxy until the movie. I didn't know anything about. I was like, what? I think, was it Guardians of the Galaxy? It might not have been the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, but I think I saw or heard of Rocket Raccoon in this game before I heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that was it.
No, you didn't. Because I told you about Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember? Because I showed you Baby Groot dancing.
Yeah, but that was... when was that? Because Baby Groot was a long time after I had actually looked up Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, Durr, take care. But I saw Rocket Raccoon before I knew who he was or what he was. And it may not have been in the game. It may have been a show that I was watching, but I do know that I had no clue of what the big deal was about Rocket Raccoon. And someone was like, he's a Guardian of the Galaxy. And I was like, oh, who?
Oh, that's right. And then you did say, "Why didn't you show me anything?" And that's when I showed you
Yeah,
baby Groot dancing.
yeah. See, but I just don't remember where I first saw him. But yeah, I do know that I did not know anything about him.
And then I think your friend took you to see it.
Yeah. All right,
And then
Der.
you came back
Thanks.
and you were like, "Oh man,
Welcome back, Clay.
hey
Momo.
Clay,
How you doing, Momo? Mickey Momo. Mickey Momo with the attitude. Mickey
Keith,
Momo's
don't
in
tell
the
me you
mood.
just now noticed I'm here."
Well, you slipped in on him. Look at that damage. Ooh. I hate this. Look at this, guys. Watch how I evade back, and I cannot recover fast enough. There's no way. I've tried it. I'll go
Well, look
in.
what you're
See?
fighting with.
See that?
You're
So
using Jean Grey.
I'll dodge back, and I'm hitting block, and it will not let me recover fast enough. Ah, Keith stepped away. That's why you snuck in on him. I told you.
Hey Clay, Tim O'Connell. Usually Keith slips in, always unwanted.
Oh, dang. Get him, Keith. Phantom says, what's really annoying is their adjustable special 1-2 attack. I'm trying to think. Who are you talking about? Clay, you're getting classic done with your energy? Cool, cool. Ah, Momo. That might be it. Rocket was in Spider-Man. I think that might have been it. And I didn't know who that was. Okay, everybody's going to call me today? Hold on, guys.
My curse is working. I have the power. Oh. Give away all his secrets. Tim O'Connell, give away all Keith's secrets. He deserves it. Oh, new patch notes are out? And December looks a little underwhelming, to be honest. Wow. Considering how underwhelming the Black Friday sales were, it doesn't look like they're bringing their best for the end of the year.
Man, I'm sorry about that, guys. It seems like everybody want to call me today, and it's automated. That one was to confirm a doctor's appointment, and they called. That's the same one that called the last time because they couldn't get me then, so they just keep calling to confirm it. And it's automated, and they talk slow, and before they give you the option to confirm or cancel, you have to go through the entire recording with them saying, if you would like to hear this message in Spanish, please press 1 now. And then they keep going, and then finally they go, well, if you want to confirm, hit 1. To cancel, hit 2. Very annoying.
What is that supposed to mean, Phantom Black? You must have more than one sister. I could have swear I heard a woman's voice earlier.
Not sure what you mean.
Shadow, have you been pretending to be me?
The only woman's voice you would have heard earlier would be my sister.
Are you pretending to be me?
Not recently.
And yes, Keith Winnett, this is what you get when you're nice to me. You don't want to know what you get when you're mean to me.
You know, I ain't gonna say it. But both my sisters seem to be sadistic.
That's not true.
Let me tell y'all something, guys. My sisters have tried to blind me and kill me, but they claim
Are you
that they're
gonna
accidents.
are you gonna try to go back to this again? I have not tried to blind you.
My sister, both of
And
them, mind you,
I have no nails, so I don't know how you
mind you,
got that scar.
both of them have done this. Now, my other sister, we're like 11 months apart, right? So we're going to school together, and she sees I had something, like an eyelash or something on my eye. And so she's like, hold on, let me get that from your eye. And so I hold still. She goes to get it. She trips or fumbles or something, pokes me dead in my eye. Do you know that this same sister that you guys are listening to here, this same stiletto green, did the same thing?
I did not trip.
Oh, no, I think you did it on purpose.
I didn't do it on purpose either.
Mm-hmm. The result was the same.
The problem was I was going to get something from his eye,
Mm-hmm.
and he moved. That's the only reason I jabbed in the eye. It's because he moved.
Guys, she aggressively came at me,
and I
had visions of what happened with my other sister. And she's like, come here, hold still. Let me get that from your eye. And I'm like, no, leave my eye alone. No, let me get it. I got it. Yeah.
I was just trying to be caring.
Mm-hmm. You see how she laughing? They try to blind me.
I was trying to be a caring sister and help out my poor brother. And he moved. That's the only reason he got jabbed in the eye. If he hadn't moved, he'd have been fine. Exactly, Tim O'Connell. If he stopped getting things in his eye.
I tell you.
It's because he got these long eyelashes and they always get in his eyes. That's the problem.
Both my sisters, and see, I know this is why they try to blind me. They both hate my eyelashes. They've talked about it all the time. My sisters, they hate two things about me: my eyelashes and my nails. My other sister could not grow nails to save her life. So she had to use, the press-on nails or whatever. If I did not... Do you guys see this? I lost that fight, by the way. Because of the crash. I actually lost that fight. He was almost dead. It crashed. Fight lost. I swear. But anyway.
Well, you shouldn't.
Anyway, my sister, she could not grow nails. She still can't. So she had to put on those fake nails. But if I didn't cut my nails would grow long. And my eyelashes, there are women who do things to their eyelashes to get eyelashes like I have. So they hate me because I have these things naturally. But yeah, because of those eyelashes. I
don't care about your nails.
Why? That's why I mentioned the other sister. Yeah, Keith Winnett, I'm going to try my best to keep him out of my eye. And see, that's how she got my eye the last time. I was trying to keep her out of my eye, and she was steady trying to get there. Exactly, Momo. She knows.
It's not true.
See, too late, too little, too late. Momo got it.
Well, at least you didn't tell that story about me trying to scar you up, knowing I haven't got any nails.
Still got the scar.
I don't know how you got that scar.
I do. And anyway, the life of a big brother.
Keith Winnett is suggesting Tim O'Connell for your if you need another let me scroll back up now. All your nonsense.
Yeah, another announcer or co-anchor. If you come highly recommended by Keith, sure. Maybe not for
Is
this
that
stream.
really a plus though?
Yeah, maybe not for this stream, Tim. But are you on my Discord server? If you're on my Discord server, that's how I am getting people on. That's what I'm set up. Whew, excuse me. Had to mute that. I ate just before the stream. But Tim, I set up a channel, another voice channel on my Discord server. And that's probably what I'm going to use when I want folks to jump on. I have one group that's just me and my sister. But I set up another one. I haven't had anyone else on yet. I was going to bring someone else on, so I set all that up, but they don't have Discord, and they don't seem to want to get Discord. And I wasn't about to go through setting up yet another piece of software like Skype or something like that just to get them on. So it has remained unused. And I don't know if I'm going to make it private and then just do invites to the server or just add permissions as I want to get people to be able to join it. We'll see. But yeah, definitely more than welcome. Probably when I do a stream of an event again, might be a good time to have some folks on so I can concentrate a little bit better on fighting.
Keith Winnett said that he was just suggesting Tim for mod, not a guest host.
Oh.
That's what I read. I
Yeah,
don't know where you got guest host from, but I was just letting you go on and on about it.
I thought you were talking about... Okay. Remember, I'm not reading them myself, except...
And obviously you're not listening to the person who's reading them either.
Well, you weren't sure, and you started scrolling back up.
And you couldn't wait for me to finish scrolling and reading it?
So therefore, I was listening, but there was nothing to listen to at that time, right? Right.
I ain't got nothing to say.
A brother's job.
You're right, Keith. Lord Shadow can only read things written in BASIC.
There you go. Pop that out. Let's hear that BASIC.
Or in C.
I was about to say. Now I look up.
Did you say this is the first time Shatara has nothing to say?
Now, did you guys hear that? Keith Winnett says Lord Shadow can only read things written in C. But what my sister read was can only read things written in BASIC. So I have to filter, you see. C, BASIC, So a lot of times I'll try to look back to see what she read if I have time. You know, just to make sure she actually read what they said.
You know what? Fine. Fine. I can see how it is. Between you and Keith, I see how it is. Fine. Fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That's right. Get it, Keith.
It's fine.
Had a speechless.
It's fine. It's fine. That's it, Momo. You're on the list.
See? And I'm fighting, but I'm going to see what my sister is talking about in a minute. Whether she reads it or not. Come on. Let's get this juggy down.
Oh, Netflix has canceled Daredevil.
All right, what Momo say? I'm sure they meant you can't multitask.
You know what,
Ooh.
Shadow?
Ooh,
I
Keith.
don't think I need to be on your stream anymore. I think you have more than enough people.
Keith wants to get on with you. You know what? We may have to do that sometime.
No,
What's the matter? You
I don't
scared?
like Keith no more.
You scared?
In fact, Keith is now on my list. I'm putting him right next to Sniper Boss.
Mm, mm, mm. Clay says this 3-star crystal will help me with 3-star dupes. Yes, it will. And 3-star dupes will help you get those 4-star shards, which will get you 4-star champions. And those dupes will get you 5-star shards and 5-star champions. But just as a sort of a time stamp here, we've been streaming now almost 2 hours, right? And you know what we usually get done in 2 hours. Well, this time, we've already gone through my 5 stars. We've gone through my 550s. We've gone through all of my 440s. We got all of that done in about an hour and a half. Usually, we don't even get done my 5 stars in an hour and a half. So we got all of that done, and now I'm actually working on the 4-star basic arena and getting to the streak there, so that I'll be ready to start using my 4 stars once I get done in the 5-star featured arena, and I can switch over to the 4-star featured and the 4-star basic, and then I'll use just my 5 stars in the 4-star featured, and then I'll use my 550s and 440s in the 4-star basic until I get 1.7 or so, and then jump back over to the 4-star featured until I have all the milestones. That is why I want to build my roster up, and why I don't mind getting new champions even if they suck. I don't have Iron Patriot yet. When I finally pull him, I'm not going to be mad. He's a new champion. More points in arena. And it makes my arena life that much easier. Keith says, I've been on that list before. I won property on that list. Yeah, Momo, you done made her list. $116 minutes. Yep. Duh. Who is Sniper Boss? Keith, I think that's who you blocked. I think that was who you blocked. He's a young guy. He's just a kid. He's like 11. And he's taking a little break from MCOC.
I hope he's healing all right, because remember he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. But yeah, that's him, Keith. Yeah, Sniper Boss. He was one of my more energetic subscribers in trying to get me to go live.
He's loyal.
Very loyal. And he wanted me to go live, do a live stream. And he was like, you need to go live, you need to go live. And then when I finally went live, he took credit.
The time is 3 o'clock p.m.
Egging me on to go live. Keith. Best use of a mute button ever. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I know why you did, Keith. I can't blame you. But he is a kid, and he acts like one. So, trying to remember if it was him. Not sure. Better not say that because it might not have been him. But he acts the way I would expect a 10 or 11-year-old to act. So. He also found me some music. Some of the music that I'm using, he found a nice free source. Some of the music I wasn't able to use because they were copyrighted, but he did find me some, pretty decent music. Haha, Keith. I feel you. I feel you, man. I guess I have a lot more tolerance for that sort of thing. Not that I...
You'd make a good father.
Yeah, whatever. But I've always had a lot more tolerance for that. Even in adults, for that matter. I have many an adult that lets their inner child rule rather than controlling it. That's when we say, you're acting childish. Yeah, well. Keith. He said he served his prison sentence. Oh, man. Well, I never had any kids of my own, but we did help raise my nephew. I think I told you that before, with the ADHD. So I definitely did my time. And yeah, unfortunately, Keith, you've just moved into a different phase. Because it is a life sentence. There you go, Keith. That's what's up. He went from closed security,
Maximum
maximum closed security, to minimum. Oh wow. Martha Stewart. I remember that too. She came out none the worse for wear, did she?
See, everybody underestimated Martha Stewart. They were like, she's not gonna be able to. I'm like, y'all don't know what she had to do to crawl up to where she was.
Oh yeah. Folks that are famous and got money, very different than the rest of us poor folk.
Well, she didn't serve in like a little thing. She served in a regular thing, but she didn't start out with a silver spoon in her mouth. She crawled her way up there, so she wasn't no little dainty flower. She did just fine.
Oh yeah.
In regular.
But what I'm saying is, when you have money, it's not the same. It's just not the same.
People were like, she was in there teaching classes and stuff. I was like, 'cause she knows how to take care. She knows how to take care of business.
Yeah.
And she knows how to make the best out of whatever situation she's in. That's how.
They didn't put her in no kind of maximum security anything, right? So she was in there with folks that knew who she was, and they're not trying to hurt her. They're trying to get what they can get from her. So yeah, it's very different for folks that are famous and they got money. And I'm pretty sure she made store every single time. almost up to 15. And I don't know if you guys are seeing how I'm doing this. Because I've used up my 550s and my 440s, I am getting on the infinite streak a little bit differently. In the 4-star basic, you can use 3 stars all the way up to 15. And that's what you see me doing here. I've used nothing but 3 stars right now. And at 15, I can use 440s or 550s or mix and do some 330s if I want to. But I'll stop at 15 and concentrate on the 5-star featured, get that done. And then I already told you what I was going to do. Switch over to the 4-star basic. Probably just use my 440s in the 4-star basic. And use my... oh no, you ain't getting me with that aftershock. She's trying to stun me. Alright, we got to get her to get that. Yeah, don't you feel better, girl? Tried to kill me. Go ahead. Lay down. All right. They didn't mess with Martha in prison. They were likely to find themselves sewn into their mattress. You ain't kidding. You are not kidding.
People she worked with said she was a horrible person and she would physically abuse people. So I'm like, I wouldn't mess with her.
You spelled it right, Key. You just used the wrong word. As we say, that was a grammar mistake. And my sister, she can be a grammar Nazi.
No, that's not a grammar mistake.
Okay.
That's a spelling mistake.
My bad. I've learned my lesson. But like I was saying, she can be a very grammar Nazi.
I let a lot of things go.
Mm-hmm.
But not anymore for Keith, because he's on my list.
Mm-hmm. But the reason that I said what I said is because sown is a word.
Yes.
And you spelled it.
The crops have been sown.
Right. So you spelled it correctly, Keith.
You just used the wrong word.
Which makes it a grammar.
No.
Yeah, whatever. and I'm not going to argue it because I know what you're saying. I'm just saying something different.
I know.
And I know why you're saying it.
I'm just arguing with you because I'm arguing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Keith. And she knows what I'm talking about. There used to be a program called Grammatique. I think it's still around. But it used to be a separate program before they built it into WordPerfect and Microsoft Word. And it was a big thing because Grammatique would catch grammar errors, but it wouldn't catch spelling errors necessarily early on. But the spell checker built in would catch spelling errors, not grammar errors. So what you just said, the spell checker would not have said anything was wrong with that. That's why you always had to proofread your work, because it wasn't about to catch a grammar error. But Grammatique would catch it. Now they have it sort of built in. I think Microsoft bought Grammatique or something like that. Let's see. I'm trying to choose somebody that I know is going to be able to.
Ian Tinsley says, Shadow, you got to send me a text when streaming.
A text? Oh. I send it out to a couple of places. I'll send you a line message. But what you have to do is we're not in groups with each other anymore. Because I post it to the groups. I'm going to use him. And you need to follow me on Twitter or follow me on Facebook, because I try to post them there as well. Or join my Discord server, although I don't always hit up the Discord and let them know. But I'll talk to you in line. All right, so this is the last one. Oh, man. I forgot I did not max out this Howard the Duck. So as you guys can see, he's lower level. All my 3 stars, except the very new ones that I've gotten, like I think Aegon and Howard the Duck here, I stopped as soon as I had all the milestones that I wanted in the level up event. So this fight can be a little difficult. Let's see. Since I'm running suicides, we might do okay. Problem is that he's not going to want to throw his special. Come on. Throw your special. If he doesn't throw his special, there's nothing I can do. See, he's just walking up on me. That's why I try to choose ones that I know is going to be able to take him. Okay, let's do it. Now, if we can get him to do that one more time, we'll be all right. Okay, maybe 2 more times.
Keith Bennett wants you to unmod him again for just a minute.
Alright, hold on. Let's, Yep, he's walking up on me. Okay, do it again. Alright, now I gotta be careful not to, I might need to just build up to a special 3 here. Alright, I better kill him. Alright, Keith. Alright, so we got that fight done. Just need 2 more. I mean, 1 more.
Or do you mean 2 more?
No.
That thing is so hideous.
I hate fighting Medusa, especially on this.
Pedro Khan said, you might have said this before, but how many 5 stars do you have?
Ooh, got her. I had to catch her. 5 stars, I think last time I checked, and I did get a new 5 stars, so I probably have like 64. I think about 64 now. But now we're secure to go on to win streak 15. And of course, Hawkeye, another underrated champion. I usually don't have any problem taking them out with Hawkeye. I'd actually probably kill myself first if they had too much health with suicides. All right. Okay. That's gonna do it, guys. Let's add you back. Okay, why? Oh, there it is. I'd have to scroll. All right, so that's it for this session right here. So I got to win streak 15 in the 4-star basic. And I'm up 8.5 million in the 5-star featured. And I'll hit that again before I go to bed tonight. That's why I start at 1. My 5 stars were off cooldown at about 1, like 12:30 they started coming off. And that's why I do the stream, so I can get those on cooldown so that it's not too late. And around 7 o'clock tonight, I'll be able to hit it again so that I'm not fighting sleep at like 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And what will probably happen next is I'll go through the arena tonight, and then tomorrow I'll have all of the milestones for the 5-star featured. And I'll probably start on the 4-star featured, get to the win streak there, get to the infinite streak rather, and then just start using my 5 stars in that arena and using my 440s in the basic, and I'll probably still use my 550s in the 4-star basic. So 5 stars and 550s, rotate that, 440s, rotate the 4-star basic, and that's how I'll finish off the arena. But that's going to do it, guys. Hey, Jeremiah. Pedro, have a good weekend to you as well. And yes, always a pleasure, Tim. But that's going to do it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this stream. We got through quite a bit, had some fun chats. And I don't stream on the weekend. I definitely don't stream on Saturday. It's not the day that I'm going to stream. Part of my religion, that I just decided to not do anything that can possibly earn me money, shall we say, on that day. So I don't stream that day. Sunday, I just like to take a break. But I may stream the variant, or I may just create the videos, because that's the perfect time when I'm not doing a reader. Yes, Keith Winnett, I am. We both are. My entire family. We're about 3rd or 4th generation. I'm very surprised that you've heard of us. A lot of people, they mistake us for Jehovah's Witnesses and all of that. Jehovah's Witnesses, they actually came out of Seventh-day Adventists. They used to be part of Seventh-day Adventists, and many, many years ago they split off. Okay, Keith. But
most people would have guessed Jews first.
Huh?
I said most people guessed Jewish first.
Yeah, that's true. You mentioned Seventh-day Adventists, but you could have also asked me if I was Jewish. I'm not, but yeah. Yeah, Primos. And people will often say, so you keep the Jewish Sabbath, and I'll say it's not the Jewish Sabbath, but it is the Sabbath that the Jews keep. The Sabbath existed long before there was a Jew. So, but yes, it's the same Sabbath that we keep. And when yeah, Keith, no, I'm not. In fact, I've had friends that were Jewish, and it's funny to see the look on their face when I, will see them and I'll say, Shabbat Shalom. Their head will snap around, and they'll be like, Shabbat Shalom. They'll look at me really, really funny like. Yes, Primos, we do. I don't know if we're the only one that does that, but yeah, we do have the foot washing ceremony, communion as well. But yeah, others have communion. Yes, indeed. 4th commandment, Keith. But that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody, for watching and showing up. And you all have a blessed day.
Bye bye, guys.